right, this just coming into the Situation Room. There you see him, the New York Governor, Andrew Cuomo. He's taking special action right now to make it easier for people displaced in New York State by the Superstorm Sandy to vote. Our senior legal analyst, Jeffrey Toobin, has learned all the details. What is he announcing?
Well, New York voters who are in the disaster area, the 5 boroughs and the suburbs who've been affected by so much, they can vote in any polling place in any part of the state for president and for senator. They can't vote in local races except where they live. But what he's doing is he's using his power as governor. And remember, states, not the federal government, run our elections. He's saying in New York State, if you are in that disaster area, you can vote in any polling place for senator or for president.
What about House of Representatives?
You can't, unless you are in that district.
So you have to be in the district. If you have to be in your congressional district
Correct.
to vote for your member of the House, but you can vote any place for the Senate.
Statewide races, exactly.
And you can't vote, obviously, for the mayors. What about the ballot initiatives, any of that stuff, the referendum?
I think you can vote on this. You know what? I didn't see that in the announcement, and I'm trying to remember. I don't think there are any ballot initiatives this year in New York State. That wasn't in the part of the announcement that I saw. What he was referring to specifically was senator and president, the big
You're a resident of New York State, but he's going to make it easier.
But my absentee ballot got stuck in the Sandy, and I have not been able to vote. It's
How is
very
that
disappointing.
possible?
Well, because of the storm. The mail was late. It's very upsetting to me. I like to vote.
I know you do. So you're not going to be back in New York State?
No, I'm working here.
You're here,
so
all right.
It's going to have to
You
go
might
on
be
without
working
me.
for a while, too, if the lawyers have their way. Thanks very much, Jeffrey. Our correspondents are deployed in all the key battleground states. Gary Tuchman is in Virginia. We'll go to him in a moment. But Don Lemon is in Ohio. It's 18 electoral votes. Could be critical, as all of us know. Don, set the scene for us.
Oh, look, Wolf, 2 o'clock this polling place closed, and what is it, almost 6 o'clock Eastern time? The last person went in just a short time ago, a handful of people in here voting. So long lines here. This is Hamilton County. We're in Cincinnati. Long lines here, long lines in Montgomery County, long lines in Franklin County. We saw that for early voting, but early voting officially closed. They think they got close to the 2008 numbers, Wolf, for early voting, but they don't think they're going to reach them or surpass those numbers. So we're going to see what that. But they did have some great turnout here. This pesky provisional ballot, that could also offer a problem here in Ohio. And just to tell you what the provisional ballot is, a voter who requested an absentee ballot by mail, if they don't return that ballot and then they go into the polling place to vote early or vote on election day, then they're going to have to file a provisional ballot. 200,000 provisional ballots were issued here or were submitted here in 2008. Almost 40,000 of them were tossed out. And now there's concern that more could be tossed out because of a directive just issued by the Secretary of State saying that now for this information, this Social Security number or any identification, the voter is responsible for that information and not the poll worker. And so a voters' rights group has now filed a lawsuit saying, you know what, that could cause potentially more of these to be tossed out. It's supposed to be worked out in court on Wednesday, but Wolf, if it comes really close and it comes down to that, this could be the deciding factor, and we won't know who the president of the United States is till 10 days after the election, because that's when these can be counted. So
can you imagine?
Stay tuned.
We'll stay tuned with you, Don. Thank you. Let's go to